Okay, so here is a quick tutorial about cinematic lighting in Blender. What we will do, we will create this basic and nice, really nice cinematic scene in Blender. Basically, we will cover the lighting. What I did, I use three light sources for the product. The main light sources is the gobo from the top of the product, and a fill light from the right side of the product. And then a rim light from the back side of the product to create a sharp highlights from the back. And for the background, what I did, I just add a plane, give it a color, and then add a point light to create that really nice gradient effect. And the add-on which I used in this light source is the light wrangler for the gobo, this one. The add-on link will be in the description, but basically this is the add-on, a really nice add-on. It is for lighting. It has controls about screams, gobos, and HDRIs. So I will recommend it. Yes, check the link in the description. So let's go and start the tutorial. By the way, if you want the headphone models, I have uploaded it to the Gumroad. You can also check the out. You can also check it out. Here is the headphone model. So let's go and start the tutorial. Okay, so here we have a fresh new Blender scene. First of all, what I will do, I will create collections for the background lights and everything. Let's create for lighting as well. Lighting. Okay, so what we will do first, we will set up our camera, and before set up our camera, I will add the reference image. I For this I created a new window. I will go to image editor and import data render or image. Okay, so here we have the final image. It's a bit noisy, but ignore the noise and just focus on the lighting. So let's add the camera now. Mm, Camera. Let's position it. Let's go to the camera view. Turn off all the options for a clear view. Let's change the focal length to 85, maybe. Yes, 85 will be good. Mm, yes, it's good, I think. Okay, okay. The camera is now settled. We will now give some rotation to the product. Yes, it's good. I think 16, 18, maybe. Maybe 40, I guess. Yes, yes. It's looking good. It's looking exactly like in the image. Yes, it's now good. And I think we should close to camera to the product, maybe more. It's good now. Okay, so now let's add the background. For background, we will add a plane. We will rotate it, and let me just open the screencast keys. Yes. Okay. Let's move the background. And let me turn off the HDRI and go to render view. And will be the result. Okay. So now what we will do, we will add materials and lighting. First of all, I will add material to the plane. I will name it BG for background, and the color of the background I will pick up from here. I think it's good. Now just add the point light to light up the background. Okay, it's looking good, but I think the light sources are from the bottom, so we will move this to the bottom, and I think we should increase the size of for the soften. Oh no, now let's just off this from the camera. Okay, now this is the radius should be okay. So now let's just increase the strength of the background light. I mean the point light. Let's move it down. Increase more, maybe 120, I guess. yes, I think it's fine. And also I don't want the effect of the point light on the product or headphones. So what I will do, mm, I will select all the meshes or all the objects of the headphone, and then lastly select the point light. Then I will hit Control L to light linking. So what I will do, I will exclude the meshes or the headphones from that point light. Oh, I incidentally hit include. What I will do, I will exclude actually it. So Control Z, Control L again, and what I will do and hit exclude. So now the effect of the point light is not on the product or headphones. Okay, so now what we will do, we will now add the light source, our main light source, Gobo. For this, first of all, I will add a tracker for that Gobo to track the product. So basically, what I will add an empty, maybe sphere, I guess, and I will move it to here and decrease the size to 0.25 or maybe more small 0.1. I guess yes, it's fine. And now I will try to uh, center this empty in the headphones. What I will do is G Z Z maybe again, but it's not working. I don't know why it should, but it's not working. So what I will do, I will manually move it and try to center the empty in the headphones. So I think it is the sensor. Basically, what I am doing, I will add Gobo light. So the Gobo light will track the headphones or these empty. I will later add a constraint which will track the that Gobo light to the product. So I will name this tracker or Gobo tracker, I guess. Yes, Gobo tracker. Gobo tracker. And I will move this to this collection. So now just add the Gobo texture for Gobo. I will use a spotlight, move it up, maybe here. And now what we will do, we will add track 2 and select the Gobo tracker from here. Yes, it is. And let's position it out. I guess. Think yes, it's good, I guess. Now let's add the Gobo. I will use this Gobo and also focus. Actually, this focus is the center or sorry, the radius of the for of the what I was saying. Yes, the this focus is actually the size or radius of the spotlight. So as you can see, when I decrease or increase the focus, it increases or decreases the radius of the spotlight. So the more the focus up, the more sharp the Gobo effect. So I will set it to maybe 94, I guess, or 96. Yes, I think it's good. And also I will just move the Gobo a little bit, for a perfect or a more clear result. I think it's now. But let's just increase the strength, maybe it work then. Okay, it's I think too much. Let's go 40, and I think it's looking good for this stage. And I will also maybe focus. I will decrease. Mm, Let's just move the tracker. Maybe it work. Here is the tracker. Okay, okay, yes, yes. Now it's working. I think this is looking good. Okay, so we will leave this. And now what we will do, we will add a backlight for the product to create this light effect, and also this one. Now it's very dark here and very dark from here, so we will add a rim light from the back. We will go to light and area light or maybe 45, I guess, maybe 90. Oh, sorry. uh 90, 120, 120, I guess. Yes, 120 is looking good. Oh, we will move it. mm, and also let me turn off this from camera so we don't see this white padding. Okay. I think we are getting the result, but we are not getting that result. I guess we'll move to we will make a triangle, mm, maybe 1.5, I guess, and this 1.8 maybe. And now let's just close this to the product. Maybe it bring this cool result. Yes, I think it's good. Yeah, for now. Yes, it's good. And also let me just increase the intensity. Yes, okay, so now it's looking perfect. Now what we will add actually two fill lights to fill up these dark areas, and also these areas are very dark. For this, what we will do, we will add another area light. We will rotate, which actually we will not rotate it, but what we will do, we will add a tracker, I mean a constraint which will track that empty, which we set before for the gobo light. Okay, okay, so now the intensity is very high. What let me just enable this light only. Okay, so the effect of the light is very, very, very high. So what I will do, I will decrease the intensity to maybe 4, I guess, only 60% or 40% of the current effect. Now let's just see what it is doing. Yes, it's working, but I guess we have a problem here. Why this area looks dark? Actually, let's compare it with the reference. I think we are good here. So what I will do next? Now what we will do? We will add only one light source from the right side of the product. So what we will do? Add another area light, rotate it 90 here, and let's just enable this. Okay, okay. So now this is very bright. We will decrease the light. Um, we will decrease the intensity of the light, and also I think we should add a scream effect to the light for that gradient. As you can see, this area is bright and this area is little dark, so this is actually all about screaming. So what we will do, we will add scream here, and let me just see how it is working. So this area is bright, and this is dark. So what I mean, our screen should starts from here and ends here. So let's just do it. Okay, so now this is horizontal, vertical. Yes, okay, so it's now looking good, I guess. Yes, it's looking good. But also, what we have now, the size of the area light is I think too huge. We don't have too much effect of the gradient. So for this, we will decrease the size to actually figure out. Mm, okay, so as we decrease the size, we should decrease the for power of the light as well, so we don't overexpose the products. So we will move here. We will close it. I think one maybe. Okay, it's good. Now let's just see what it is doing. Yes, it's doing good, but I think our product is now too much bright. For this, what we will do, I think we should decrease the strength a little bit. Let me just move it here again. Okay, it's now too overexposed. Okay, what we will do, we will decrease the um, intensity of the light, and I guess it's good for here. So yeah, this was for the today's tutorial. If you want to know how I did the compositing in this renderer, like the noise, that vintage and nostalgic vibe, color grading, You can comment. I will also create a tutorial for this if you want. So yeah, thank you.